Hey guys, it is 5:15, maybe just a minute before. Just a night watcher doing burpees in his bedroom. I have not seen you for a bit. I have not seen you for a bit with this name. Give me a second here, guys. I'm gonna bring up my desktop. Old eyes, easier to see. Brian says, "Sup to night watcher." How you doing, Brian? You got your reps in for the day? Let's see, night watcher has eaten a walnut today. I've eaten several walnuts today. Put walnuts in my oatmeal every morning, and again often in the evening. Not evening, afternoon. My last meal of the day is around 2:30 to 3:30 ish, and then I'll fast again in the morning until through the night in the morning until about 7 a.m. They start the whole thing over again. Let's see. Brian says, "Hey Eric, did I send you a link for the John Castro's Navy Heel video?" Let me check. I don't think so. I think the last thing I got from you was the photos. Eric LaPointe says, "Hey Yogi in chat. Eric, how are you? Man, great shot of the bunny rabbit." Man, I love this time of year. It's gonna sound mean spirited. Um, Kids are back in school, which means everything is quiet on my second walks for the day. When the sunlight is at its best quality for filming, everything is quiet and life is moving about again. I'm seeing things I haven't seen since school let out. I'm glad I live in a great area. I'm glad my taxes go for wonderful schools, great playgrounds, maintained areas. Um, I did the very same thing these kids, well, not the very same things. I was a very quiet kid, and I loved being out in nature. I loved being in the woods. And fortunately, I had a bunch of woods and fields to play in. I have a bunch now, but even more so back then. So I'm getting to see all kinds of stuff that I haven't seen since June. Eric says, let's see. Brian says, "I did send it, Eric. Just trying to share John's channel." Let me check on my phone because it's not showing up on the desktop. And I got my phone filming right now. So after the live stream, I will check to make sure. Sometimes my phone content for email messenger and my desktop content don't always match up on a day-to-day basis. Let's see. Eric says, "I was showing a friend on why she should do nature shorts to build her channel." It is a good way to build your channel, but even more importantly, it's just a beautiful way of showcasing your area, the things that you see. And you and I talked about this, Eric. No one else gets to see things the way you see them. Sometimes no one else ever gets to see what you're able to catch in that moment, right then, right there. What a beautiful way of sharing that with people. And what a beautiful way of being an active participant in what's going on. It was actually Mocha who helped me come to that realization because I used to not want to have a camera. I felt like it was an object between me and nature, and I just wanted to be immersed in the nature. And then I was watching Mocha, as I often do, and I saw her so intensely participating. The camera wasn't an obstacle, it was an extension. And I see the same, Eric, when I watch your shorts. I see the same thing. I see the same thing with Brian Lane. And just one Sue. Let's see. Brian says this. Hey, Eric, I appreciate it. I'm just trying to help out a brother if I can. Absolutely, Brian. Like I said, I'll check on my phone for sure. And hey, if it's not there, I'll let you know, and maybe you can resend it. I'm always love everything that you send me, and I'm always interested in helping someone else out as well. Eric says yes, it's a win-win. Aspen says hello. Hello, Aspen. How are you? Brian says I'll have to check out your nature videos again. To Eric LaPointe. The great thing is, I see rabbits, and I'll film them, and I'll put it out there. Eric LaPointe sees a rabbit, and he films it and put it out there. And they're both rabbits, different rabbits, but their perspective, the things that we capture, the things that sort of grab our attention are different aspects. So that's what makes it so unique. Aspen says, pretty good. Wait, be right back. Eric Point says, I thought the same thing, Yogi. Now I'm not so much, but every now and again I say, this one is just for me. Every once in a while, especially this time of the year when it's darker in the morning when I'm out walking, and I'll see the moon, and I'll think, this is an awesome shot. I got to capture this. And I'll put the camera up, and it just doesn't work. The camera works, but the lighting, the reflection, something doesn't work, and I realize, like you just said, it's meant just for me. I'm not some things are shared through the heart, just for us, just the universe and us, and that's enough. That's all it needs to be. So yeah, I have that same attitude, Eric. If it doesn't work, then it was meant to be just for me, and that's fine. Not just fine, it's perfect. You got to love those personal messages. Let's see. Brian says, because I feel John's channel doesn't get many views, although he has over 1K subs. He does put in a good effort on his burpees. Hey, I'll definitely help share him out and see if we can help with that. Hey, if you ever want to direct him towards the live stream so more people can get to know him, that'd be cool too. Reaper says, good afternoon, beautiful YouTube family. You know, when he comes in and he says that, when Reaper comes in and he says that, just for a moment, I feel beautiful. That's the gift of Burpee Reaper. Makes me feel seen. Timo's here. Timo says, hi Eric and hi chat. Timo is at 402 watch hours left. Almost there. I'm betting he's like super close because YouTube holds 5 days in advance. Brian says, thanks, Eric. I'll try and ask him about that. I really appreciate everything, Eric. Absolutely, Brian. I want to help out as many people as able, regardless, burpees, nature, cooking, fishing, cruising. Reaper says, much love, Eric. Get a salute to LaPointe. We got some of the burpee greats in the room right now. Timo says pretty close. And each day, a little bit closer. It's gotten the end of the week for sure. I know we end up losing some of the watch hours, in the course of a year, but I think you're at the point now where you'll be gaining more than you lose for sure. I've had you up through the day. Boim says, hey Yogi, and hello chat. Boim, how are you? Rick Point says, I have a link to drop Yogi. She has a great chat. Bringing it up now. Tandra. Tandra is subscribed, and the notification link is on all. And after the live stream, I'm going to go to video and leave a comment. Thanks, Eric. All connections are good. It means that we're reaching out to one more person. We're making that heartfelt connection with one more person. And if possible, we get to help channels expand. So this is a friend of Eric Lapointe. So guys, if you can click on it and visit. Carl here. Carl is here. Sorry. Carl, how are you? Timo says, hi to Reaper. Eric Lapointe. Brian, Will. Hope I got you all. I think so. Night Watcher was in earlier. Bragging about eating a walnut. Kids today. Carl says, good evening, everyone. Eric Point says, thanks, Yogi. She's great, and she's a good supporter. Awesome. Joe Delaney is here. I saw Joe earlier today. Nice to see you, Joe. Hey, guys. Have you seen the big leap up for Joe Delaney? 619. And speaking of subscribers, Brian Lane is at 940. 60 more to go. Brian's never really said anything about his channel, what he wants to do. He just quietly, puts in the work and puts out really heartfelt messages. Brian says, the thing I like about John Castro's channel is he calls his burpees partying, and it reminds me I can party sober, and it's been helped me. Yeah, I bet. Hey, Brian, you want to drop his link here? Joe says, hey to everyone. See Peyton, our friend Kathy is here. Kathy, how are you? Hey, Kathy, how's your knee feeling? Eric says, nice, Joe. Carl says he is at 166. You're at 167 now. Not for me. I've been subscribed to you for a while. Carl, I just added you as a moderator, so it's easy for people to connect with you and for you to connect with others. If for some reason, some people don't want to be moderators. To be a moderator here doesn't mean you have to do anything at all. It's just an easier way to connect with people. So, but if for any reason you don't want to be, just let me know. Midwest says, Trump train. I wish you luck with that, my friend. I wish us all luck. Whoever wins, whoever wins, let's make the best of it. Let's make the best country. Let's make the best world. Person by person. I have no animosity towards anyone for whatever reason they decide to vote from the heart. I figured they have their reasons. I might not have to agree with it. Well, I definitely don't have to agree with it. I might not agree with it. Remember how politics used to be back in the day? We'd debate, we'd shake hands. Love is happiness. Absolutely, Midwest. Optimob says, greetings to the Orange Man. And Joe says, hit the like. Thank you for that. Eric Point says, hey to Midwest. Optimize says, Eric, can I drop a link? Absolutely. Man, any of you guys, whatever you got, drop away. Family friendly, of course. Tima says, Midwest, this is for you. Timo says, 100% family friendly. I expect nothing less. Kathy says, I'm good. My knee is feeling better. I'm glad to hear that. Eric Point says, I'm already connected Midwest. I think you were here before. Absolutely. It was a few weeks ago. Midwest came in one of the morning chats. And then he's been back a few times. You know, I mentioned before, this is a completely non-political channel and live stream. But here's a hidden secret about politics. End of the line. Deep down inside, we all basically want the same thing. And our friend Midwest alluded to that up above. Love is happiness. We all want love. We all want happiness. We see different ways of achieving it. But if we realize, if we keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, and we realize, man, this is what we want, then how can we blame for someone who wants the same thing but sees a different way of achieving it? Brian says, I love your rabbit video, short and Eric. Yeah, it was a great catch. Hey, Brian, did you see the stoic but clearly agitated turtle sitting on a log? Oh, you did. You mentioned that. I think you mentioned that. I know you mentioned something on the deer being itchy, but this was a turtle who was trying his best to be stoic, and a mosquito or some kind of bug kept bothering him, and he kept wiping at his face, which I've never seen a turtle do before. Soon, guys, my neighborhood, my woods, my fields, there has been the triumphant return of the long absent woodchucks, groundhogs. Saw one yesterday, I saw another one today. It's been months. I've been disparaging that I would never see a woodchuck again. Eric Point says, true yogi. So, yeah, I can't imagine there's anyone here who is not connected to each other at this point. But just in case, everyone connected with Brian Lane. We're pushing towards 1,000, 1K. As I mentioned, I've never heard Brian say, hey guys, I really want to grow my channel. So, Brian, when I push your channel, I hope I'm not overstepping. And if I am, just let me know. I just think you got such an awesome message that the more people see it, the more you're going to help. As well, I'm sure everyone is connected to Joe Delaney. Another one with an awesome message. You all got awesome messages. Hey, Kathy, if you ever want to talk about your channel, um, bring it up and let's discuss. I know you've been unhappy with where you are right now, and maybe we could talk about it and see where we go. Timo says, I missed today a lot on YouTube. I let running many channels, but was in the back, was editing new videos and find something new to upload, a bit better quality of the 360 videos. Man, the amount of effort, skill that you put into your videos, amazing. Joe says, how's Mocha doing, Yogi? She is, today was a bit of a stressful day for her. Not feeling too well, thinking it might be allergies. There's actually an air quality warning in the area today. 97 degrees, humid, air's not too good. So she just took it easy. Thanks for asking. She might be in the background. If she is, wave to Mocha. Eric Lapointe drops a link for Tandra. This is a friend of Eric Lapointe's, guys. If you want to check it out and subscribe, make sure you hit the receive all notifications so you know when she's up and running. Joe Delaney gives a wave in case Mocha is out there. Timo says, who stops getting better isn't any more good. Nicely said. Timo says, Brian, your channel is running too on an extra channel. Nice, Timo, thank you. Eric Lapointe says, try this channel if you need a great connection. Timo says, hi to Mocha and hi to Tandra. Red Flag, how are you? It's been a bit, my friend. Hey, fam, how you doing? So what's new, Red Flag? Timo says, hi to Red Flag. Eric Point says, hey, Red. Kathy says, I've been discouraged by the lack of views, so I have made only a few videos. About to give up. You mentioned that when we last chatted. Had me a bit concerned because I like your channel. Obviously, I like you. Consider you a good friend. I have the great fortune of being able to chat with you on Facebook as well. But above that, I also like your channel because that's how I first got to know you. Have you thought of any way of? I share your discouragement. My views in the past month have dropped considerably. Past 2 months, after things looking very bright, just a crash. No idea why. I even started doing things right. Before I did everything wrong and things were looking good, I started hashtagging and keywording and other stuff. Brian says, so I named today's workout the tap out and lasted 25 rounds. of 110 pump burpees, double Navy SEALs, regular Navy SEALs, 2 pump, 1 pump burpees, squats, and jumping jacks. Wow. To me, that sounds like a personal challenge to Eric LaPointe. I don't know about I don't know about anyone else, but man, it seems like a line has been drawn, and only Eric LaPointe can step up to it. Red Flag says hi to everyone. It's hot in Michigan today. How hot did you guys get? Crazy storm last night. Joe says, Eric, I'll connect to Tundra as soon as I stop. I'm driving right now. How's your workouts going, Red Flag? Eric Point says, whoops. Laradox is live if anyone wants to visit Laradox. Red Flag says, someone help me understand. What's that, Red Flag? Kathy says, thank you, Eric. You are a good friend to me. I hope so. I try to be. I mentioned before, I like that we've been able to make that connection. Eric Point says, nice, Brian. I saw that short. Brian says, yeah, I'm just trying to inspire people with my channel. I don't want to make money off of it. Really, if it happens, I mean, I would, but I'm not worried about that. I just want to share my story and his workouts just to inspire people. And you definitely inspire people. Man, I enjoy your workouts a lot. I like your workouts. I absolutely love your nature shorts. But man, when you just sit and look at the camera and talk, share what you've been through, share what has helped you, the books that you've read, the meditation, the breath work, I'm inspired. Not in the least of which is I've had my own battles, similar, not as intense as yours, but similar. We got a Laughing Out Loud by William Hart. Mr. Poopinator comes in with a fart for me, bro. You know what? I would. You got to take this up with Eric LaPointe. Because he came in and said, hey, we haven't seen Poopinator for a while, but could you fart for me, bro? And I was like, you know what, Eric? You've never asked me that before. And as a friend, here's what I got for you. And I laid it out there. It was the best one I've ever done. It was inspired. I feel bad now. I got to say, when I did it, I felt a twinge of guilt in my heart. And I thought, man, if I had only done that for my friend Poopinator. I apologize. Timo drops some emojis. Thank you for that, Timo. Red Flag says, someone help me understand how a sleeping person gets over 1K views and you only have 10 of us. The world's going downhill quickly. I think I'm an acquired taste. I'm definitely an acquired taste. So who's the sleeping person, Red Flag? I got 11 tonight. I'll take it. I consider quality. Not that whoever has 1K doesn't have quality too. But hey, man, I'll take you guys every day. Extra for the Mr. Poopinator. William says, hey, Red Flag, LaPointe, Brian, Peyton, Joe, Timo, and Sabine. We got a laugh emoji from Mr. Poopinator. William says, and poop, please forgive me if I missed anyone. Got a laugh emoji from Eric LaPointe. Brian says, hello, William, Red Flag. Poopinator says, love to all in the chat. How are you, Poopinator? Red Flag says, workout's a great man. Just competed in Canada and got second. What did you compete in, Red Flag? Hey, if you go to Red Flag's channel, you actually get to see him do a flag. It's impressive. Give me a second. My cat's meowing at me. Kathy says hi to Brian. Poopina says, I'm about to change my YouTube name. What are you thinking of? Eric Point says, Red, I get it. With a shrug. Yeah, I don't know. I was talking about this with Mocha. I don't know if my live streams will expand from this point. You can never say. You know, sometimes things capture the collective imagination. Sometimes they don't. The key is, you know, I mentioned the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, and he says, you're entitled to your actions, but not the fruit of your actions. You leave the results up to God. You just do what you feel called to do in each moment. William says, blueberries I got, both are tart. I got organic from Aldi and large from Walmart. Usually I had bad experiences from Walmart when it comes to blueberries. I've never gotten really good produce from Walmart, or Target for that matter. Oh, Red Flag says bodybuilding. Awesome. Second. Congratulations, Red Flag. You gonna put some stuff up? I just I was looking at your videos. Let me check your shorts. All right, that sounded weird. I do not want to check Red Flag's shorts. I want to check Red Flag's YouTube short videos. All right. Kathy says that she is good. William says manual bicycle, e-bike, or two-cycle bike. What about a what do they call it? The single speed? The kind that they don't have any brakes? Poopina says, put my bike in the shop. Be ready next week. Videos coming soon. I always love to ride, and I have something to share. That's nice. So your name is going to reflect the videos, the new direction. And yeah, like Ryan was saying, what kind of bike are we talking about? Eric Point says, new friend Red. Nice, Eric. Poopiner says, I've been going through my own trials of life. I'm ready to put the drink down mentally. That's awesome, Poopinator. If you want to talk sometime, definitely sometime earlier when, you know, not pressed for time, or I'm not getting ready to shut things down. You know, a more open time for both of us. Man, that's really awesome news. Timo says, no. Don't change your name. That is unique. You are the Poopinator, the original. He is the original. This is true. Excellent advice from Timo. Poopinator says, William, I had an e-bike. All right, guys, explain to me. What is an e-bike? Don't like it because I wasn't getting a workout. Poopinator gives a heart to Optimom. William says, Yogi, you should convert the lives to smaller videos, sounds the conversations, and have those as videos delayed or unless the lives as apparently get reduced hour count on lives. Um, or it is more. I don't know how to do any of that, William. Hour count, I'm not real concerned with. I got all the hours I need as far as monetizing. Views are useful. The thing is, sometimes you think of views, and I've mentioned before that I hope to earn an income. There's a goal there. However, I don't want to connect views and likes with helping people. You know what I mean? I don't want to get so caught up in, am I getting these views? Am I not getting these views? And not concentrating on the reason why I'm on YouTube to begin with. If you can make just one person feel a little bit better, I have a successful channel. So I might need to look that stuff up, William. I can't say I fully understand. Poopinator says change is good. It is good. And it's constant. Redflake says hi to Asia. Asia's here. William says strict, but recommendations are based on short video engagements. Need to watch the video and comment on each one. Oh, I see. That was following through. Let's see. Optimus says, I mean, seriously, her poopinator. Her is German for Mister. It is a good name. Poopinator says, I have a Fuji. William says you can easily conform to powered energy and utilize hybrid, but I love manual bicycle. I haven't in quite some time. William says, glad to hear you're doing okay, Peyton. So, guys, visit. Kathy said she took some of her stuff down, but go visit her channel and watch and check out. And then, because she's feeling discouraged, suggestions. What do you guys think? Like William gave me some great suggestions. I don't understand them, and I don't know how to do it, but I know William, so I know it's a great suggestion. Because William knows his stuff. Oh, William says e-bike is electric. Eric Point says electric bike. How you doing, Asia? Howdy to you, my friend. Optimob says, seriously, in his opinion, to change the name of a channel is always a loss. I know many channels that change their names, and it's sometimes so hard to find again. Second advice is to keep it short and easy. Well, I messed up on the short and easy. Maybe easy, but I definitely messed up on the short. Get a wave to Asia from American Point. Optimob says pronouns. I am definitely pronoun. They are useful. William says, also, I don't know about others. Just getting fatigued with all the shorts and videos to watch. I'm only one person and struggle to keep up with a quarter of whom I follow. Understandable. Um, you know what though? Everyone understands. No one can get to everyone. And don't worry about it. When you come across them and you like it, like and leave a comment. Um, don't make it something that you feel you need to work with, William. Everyone appreciates you and what you, one, bring to all the live streams that you show up, as well as the things, the little things that you do for people. So it's understandable. Do not spread yourself too thin. Let's see. Optimob says hi to Asia. William says, Yogi, it isn't focusing so much as trying to refine the bait you use to lure in others. We spent a good chunk chatting, but you clip the impactful messages when we cover things. I'm never sure what is impactful. I am keeping them a bit shorter, an hour, hour and a half, sometimes two. Redflex says, peace and love, guys. Stay safe and stay you. Good night from Michigan. Good night to you, Red Flag. Thank you for coming in. As always, congratulations on second place. Bodybuilding is not an easy sport to compete in. You got months and months of intense training, and then when the training to reach a certain point is basically done, you got to diet, which sucks. I trained for 2 competitions in my teens, never went through with them. I chickened out. I was a shy kid. The thought of getting up on stage just frightened me to death. Kathy says hi to Asia. William says they get the whole message in a short video and less of a 45-second conversation. They miss anything that is said. I just have to figure out, because I don't edit, nor do I know how to edit. Poopinator says, I'll show you the First War shit next Wednesday. Docked on the Hudson. Nice. Ah, you meant ship. That would be awesome. Via YouTube. Hey, Poopinator. Man, I'm really enjoying the direction that you're taking. Kathy says, Eric, I have to run an errand. I will talk to you later. Thank you, Kathy. I will see you later. Guys, make sure you spend some time, visit Kathy, and see what you think. What would be the best means of her communicating what she's doing? Timo says, I have to say goodnight. Good night, my friend. If you get the opportunity tomorrow, let me know where you stand with watch hours. Goga says, thanks, Eric. You are hilarious. Well, thank you for that, Goga. I appreciate that. Man, I loved your live stream today, especially when your teacher came in. You were just so, you were touched, you were moved, you were excited. It's like you were back in school all over again. To see someone who had such love for their teacher because of what they gave them, it was absolutely beautiful, my friend. Let's see. Eric says, hey, Goga, great live today. It was, wasn't it? Let's see. I didn't see you come in at first. My apologies. Pupinator says I don't care about a check or anything from YouTube. I do well in my personal life. Understandable. Optima says, Eric, but uniqueness is your channel name. Well, thank you for that. I got a laughing emoji from Eric Lapointe. William says, have a good night, Red Flag. Thank you for coming through. Much appreciated. And maybe Downey has a better idea because he gets a metaphorical metric. Ton of traffic. He does, doesn't he? Igoga says, thanks for the vibes earlier. Absolutely, my friend. You guys connected with Goga? He has some. I always learn something valuable. As a matter of fact, the reason why I do more 15-second or under shorts now is because of advice I got from Goga on one of his live streams. And it's just a fun place to be. He's infectious. His enthusiasm, his love for life. Eric Point says, what is, I changed the numbers on my name, Timo. YouTube put those on there before I had a chance. Before I had a channel. You know what? That's another thing that Goga had mentioned before. Lose the numbers. Roy says, people keep getting buried in my subscription list. I will have like 30 shorts of nature and miss others, and only find out I missed someone, couple of all somewhat uploads, even with all the notifications. And I have not been able to understand. Let's see. Notifications disable, and I have not been able to understand how it works. If you don't understand, I absolutely would not. Eric Point says it's the phone thing for me. I have tried to fix it, to be fair. Haven't tried to fix it yet, to be fair. William says good night to Timo and Kathy. It was funny watching Goga when he found that he was caught up in the chat, when he was keeping abreast of the entire conversation, and it made me think, I have never been able to do that. It has never happened. When I make it to the bottom of the chat, I give myself a metaphorical high five, because sadly, in real life, no one will give me a high five. You guys know who I'm referring to. And I give myself that high five, and the next thing I know, I'm behind again. Let's see. Goga says, yeah, that was so moving. I never saw it coming. My primary school teacher, wow, they made. And it was, and she was more than a teacher. As he said, she was a mentor and someone who gave him comfort when he needed it absolutely the most. Austin's here. Austin says, hi, Yogi. Austin, my friend, how are you? Goga says, glad to know your parents were teachers at Eric. Yeah, my dad used to say he was a good teacher, but my mom was an exceptional teacher. I still run across people who be in a store and they hear my last name and they'll say, your mom wasn't Mrs. McCarty, first grade teacher at Trinity. And I'll say yes, and they go, she was my all-time favorite student. Or teacher. And this is 40 years, 30 years past that point. She was definitely a great teacher. Austin says hi to everyone. Let's see. Let me fix something here, guys. So I wanted to make a Goga moderator, easier to connect. Goga is a yogi, and he really helped our friend Joe Delaney. Joe Delaney, he's at 600 and plus subscribers right now, and a large that was due to the exposure that Goga gave her, helping her spread her message because it's so inspiring and motivating. MF Dredson is here, says, Greetings all. Greetings to you, Dredson. Goga is laughing, getting to the end of the chat as a underrated triumph. It is, and I see the end. I see the end right here. William says apparently 6 to 14 seconds are the target zone for shorts too. That's what I've been working on. As a matter of fact, Goga had said 15 and less even better. William says I almost drove through twice. ZE says, it's me, Zach. My account was deleted. Why was it deleted, Zach? We got a heart emoji from Goga. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that. Man, all you do is show up places and give inspiration. Goga says, thank you. Let me check out these amazing people. Oh, thank you, Goga. Austin says, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. And you? I'm doing good as well, Austin. I appreciate you asking. I'm about to take my herbal supplement. Let's see. Eric says, yes, Goga. Joe may be listening. She is driving. Hey, maybe it was an accident, Zach. Have you talked to send an email? I just reconnected with you as well. It's almost at 40 subs. So thank you for the help. Absolutely. I just reconnected. Austin says, how's everyone doing today? We've been having a pretty good chat. Austin, just subscribed. So make sure, guys, that you get all notifications. Eric Point says, Austin, I just connected. Nice. Goga says, Eric, Joe may come and start the Muir thing. That was a funny conversation too. Dredson is feeling good. How are the workouts? Hey, have you decided what you're going to do when winter hits? You were talking about that a couple days ago. Let's see. Zach says, I don't talk to companies like YouTube. I'm 10, so they would not believe me. Well, hey, we'll get you back up to 40 plus. Eric's point is laughing with Goga. Dritson says, did my workout on the rooftop. Noon, 95 degrees here today. Yeah, we hit 97 today. It's supposed to cool off a bit now. Austin says, thanks. And Eric Point says to MF, wow, I don't know how you do that. All you guys. MF, Jacob, Reaper. Austin says, Eric, how you doing today? Judson says, I've been scoping out some places work out indoors, but nothing sure yet. Hey, you ever watch Burpee Matty? He's a master. He's a mad scientist at designing very short but painful multi-pump, a lot of time on the floor, burpee routines. And I've seen him work out in the smallest spots, hallways, the hallway of gains, in attics, always finds a spot. Goga says Yogi is so demure. That is the first time I've heard that. I heard that today was the first time. I heard Goga mention that on the live stream this afternoon that Yogi is demure, like a wilting flower. um, yeah, that had me laughing. Dritson says, Eric Lapointe, I don't know either. I wanted to quit a couple times, but I knew I wasn't about to pass out or die, so I kept going. It's good that you drew a line at passing out or dying. Eric Point says, great, with a thumbs up to Austin. Eric Point says, to MF, that's true. Goga says, Joe cracked me up with demure comments everywhere. Funny how words come into play that we don't hear for quite some time, and then all of a sudden we're seeing it everywhere. I'll take demure. I can work with demure. It's if you add the word petite in front, petite and demure, that's when maybe I might have a little difficulty. So the word I'm using, infectious. For one, I'm impressing myself with my ability to say it twice in a row now. I'll do it one more, infectious, because that describes Goga, especially when he is playing his theme music. Joyful is another word. I don't think there is a more joyful live streamer than Goga. And for me, joy goes a long ways. That's the person you want to hang out with. That's the person, that's the live stream you want to go to. I always, and I mentioned this to him before, I always learn something every live stream. But that joyfulness, it's let's call it an attractor factor. It pulls you in and you just want to hang out because you feel better in their presence. There are a few channels like that, but not a lot. And I'm really glad that Goga helped out Joe Delaney, because that gave me the opportunity to, one, to really see Joe shine, and she did. Goga gave a wonderful platform for her to shine, but it also gave me the opportunity to connect with Goga. Hey, Any Finn is Possible says, good evening, Yogi. Good evening, Finn. How are you? Also says, how's your day going so far, Goga? Any Finn is Possible is a channel that showcases the very best of family, the very best of being out in nature, how to do things. If you hunt, this is how you hunt. If you fish, this is how you fish. Again, man, the best. Highlighting, showcasing the best. Not to mention, I love all things Pennsylvania. And also not to mention that Anyfin spent some time up at World's End State Park, which is a state park that my grandfather helped develop. Goga says, thanks, Eric. I always say that we are an experience and we have a responsibility to make the journey easier for the next person. And you certainly do, my friend. Let's see. Finn says, all good. Just waiting for homework time with the kids. Figured I'd pop in and say hi. Much appreciated. Goga says, all good, Austin. It's midnight here. Well, it is about 6:15 here in the evening. Vince says, appreciate the shout out, buddy. Absolutely. I was actually talking about your channel with Eric Lapointe 2 or 3 days ago. And he said the same thing about enjoying your channel. And we had your buddy, your friend, Stuart, the fish whisperer. I think it was yesterday or the day before it came on. I mentioned to Just One Sue quite often my love for my home state, Pennsylvania, and that you could drop. I think you could drop me off in any town. Don't tell me where it is across the country, and I would know by the feel of it that it was Pennsylvania. There's just something unique. And of course, probably everyone feels that way about their home state or home area. Eric Point says, any Finn, new connection? Nice. What drew me in was making, they were making venison sausage. Zach says, all right, daily inspiration time. Let's hear it, Zach. Let's see. Finn says, it's a beautiful state. I've ridden my bike across it several times, and I would know the state by feel. Absolutely. It just has that. For me, it's something special. Across the state, I love every single town. I've done some great races in Pennsylvania. The Conestoga 10-miler, the only 10-mile race I've ever done that has taken me about 4 hours to complete. It's that tough. And 4 hours is considered fairly decent on that course. Goga says, there's a celebrity with that name, Eric. Any relations? He's been asked that before. Yeah, the Canadian, I believe, a Canadian singer, right? William says, still hidden in Bill's channel. What do you mean, William? William Hart says, super channel with super mod powers. What I'm not following completely. Zach says, we cannot solve problems with the kind of thinking we employed when we came up with them. Absolutely. Albert Einstein, I've always loved that quote. That's a very A Course in Miracles quote. We've talked about this with William before. Anyfin says, haven't done that. I did a Steamtown Marathon. I'm not a great runner. I'm not a super great runner either, which is why I took up ultra running, because you don't have to be fast as an ultra runner. You just have to be stubborn. Refusing to stop. One foot in front of the other, even if you end up walking across the finish line. Did the Montour 24 up in Montour County, 24-hour race. We did that about 5 years in a row, Mocha and I. as well as the Pine Creek 100 um, through the Pine Creek, which is the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. Goga says yes. Oh, William says Linda accidentally hid me, and I was a mod. I abandoned his channel. Hey, when he comes in, we'll get that fixed. William says I told Bill, but he said he couldn't see anything, so probably intentionally. You think so? Hey, Rich is here from the cave. Do you guys ever hang out in the cave? I thought I had made Rich a moderator before. Well, let me fix that. Eric Point says, Weird William, I ask next time I see him, or I see her. Rich says, salute chat. Hey guys, make sure you connect with Rich. Speaking of fun live streams, it's a dance party. You got the musical spectrum. You got 70s disco, 70s rock, all the way up into the 90s. You got rap. You got it all. William says he is live now. Let's see. Finn says, nice. Yeah, the only race I still have any desire to do is Arrowhead 135. I've done it on a bike, but never on foot. You thinking about doing it on foot? Eric Point waves to Rich, gets a salute back. Eric Point says, I live in the cave. It's because of the disco. Deep down inside, Eric LaPointe has a funky nature. He can't hide it. Remember Steve Martin with Happy Feet? Eric LaPointe gets happy feet. And what better way to let those happy feet show themselves to the world? Rich Martinez, The Cave. Rich says, thanks, Yogi. Absolutely, my friend. So I hope you guys can connect with each other. Eric Point says, I am funky. I am funky, and he proves it with funky emojis. You don't get those emojis from anywhere. They don't hand those out. You got to earn those emojis with your funk. Finn says, I am, but I'll take a few years prep for me. Lots of equipment. It's on snow. Wow. I was an ultra racer, but on bike. We have 24-hour racing in common. I love 24-hour races because you can make of it what you want. If you're trained hard, you're feeling good, you go for it. You try to hit a big number. If you just want to have fun, take breaks, cook out, talk with your ultra running buddies, you get to do that too. I've seen people hit their very first half marathon and marathon, 50K, 50 miles, because they know they have 24 hours to do them. Which says, right on, Eric. And Goga is showing his funkiness as well. And you know what? You see it when his theme music comes on. The most joyful theme music out there, and he can't help but smile and dance when it comes on. Zach is going, says goodbye. Hey, Zach, we'll keep trying to help you connect people to your channel. Eric Point says, bye, Zach. William says, thanks for stopping in and showing support. Absolutely. We got a thumbs up from Eric LaPointe for Goga. William says, oh, well, back to reading the Bible. Hey, let me know if you ever want to do any, I mentioned this before, and if you ever want to do any work with A Course in Miracles. I think you would like the discipline that it asks of you, as well as the um, connection to Jesus and the Holy Spirit that it asks you to have, but in a very personal way, in a non religious way, but in a developing a relationship so that you are given guidance through life. And I always say, if you don't have that relationship with Jesus, absolutely fine. You can substitute Krishna, Shiva, uh, Allah. It doesn't matter. As it says in the Tao that can be told is not the true Tao, or the God that can be described isn't God, it's the description, which is why in the Course it says, words but symbols of symbols twice removed, never the actuality. Like Alan Watts says that you can't get wet by the word water. Or in NLP, the menu is not the meal, or the map is not the territory. So I think in a minute, guys, I'm going to wrap things up. Got a few things to check out. I want to leave a message for Austin Garrett, who was here earlier, as well as Eric's friend Tandra. I want to check out a video from her, and then just cruise through and see, see what everyone's doing. There's always something. Let's see, William says, it seems interesting. I just cannot acquire the resources legally, and I am redeemed. I will not be able to take it unpurchased, as I may have learned is possible. You can, it's available online, several sources. And I would send you a copy if you wanted. You could send me your address. Finn says, okay, have a wonderful rest of your day all. You too, Finn. Enjoy the homework time. I think back, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy homework ever. But looking back on my life now, the time spent with my parents, homework time, was the best investment ever because it was time spent with my parents. So, Finn, your kids will remember that forever. I can guarantee you that. All right. So, guys, thanks for hanging out and thanks for hanging in there. I think we made it just past an hour. Good time, man. We had some new people come in, and we had people I know, but the first time here in the live stream, hanging out and chatting. Finn and Goga, much appreciated. We got another great live and a thumbs up from Eric LaPointe. Thank you, guys. I always feel fortunate when I get the opportunity to catch Goga live. Big inspiration for me. And what it keeps me inspired to keep doing my stuff on my live stream, because I see what he does and it's his stuff and he makes it work and he's so joyful when he does it. And I think there it is. Work with joy. Don't worry about anything else. Just keep working with joy. So that's the plan. Thank you, guys. Love to you all. I will see everyone tomorrow, 5 a.m. if you're around. Thanks. William says, also, anytime we are talking, you can jot time or current live to go back later to make it easier. It is minimal editing. Oh, I hadn't thought about it. You know what? I gotta admit, I don't know how to clip. I wish I did. William says, have a good night, everyone. And Oscar pops in. Oscar, my friend, how are you? Speaking of joy, no one suffers with as much joy as Oscar does. And it's amazing to watch. Oscar says, good night. Good night to you, my friend. Take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.